Hi guys, it's Amy at Zoe back, and I'm going to do my weekly reading update for September 9th, 2018. So I did quite a bit of reading this week. I haven't really put my numbers in because I was just visiting my parents, so I'm actually kind of jumping on here as soon as I got home and put everything away. My cats are a little pissed off at me for staying overnight somewhere else, but it was fun. We were getting our all of our stuff, kind of our ideas together, what we wanted to do. We're going on vacation near the end of the month. We're going to Boston for 3 days, my parents and I, and then we're going to meet up with some of my other relatives in Vermont for a week. So it's going to be really fun. So if you guys have any like things I should be looking at to go to, don't worry, the Brattle is already on my list. Steve Donahue. Anyway, so the point is that I have a lot of other things I want to go see, but if you guys have suggestions, I wouldn't mind listening to them. So if you, that'd be cool. Anyway, so I participated in Translate-a-thon this week, so I've done pretty good. I mean, I still have today to read the last day for it, so I'm going to try to spend this afternoon reading, but I want to go through the books that I've already read, as well as what I think I'm going to finish up, or not finish up, I'm going to at least make progress in today. And then I'm going to kind of say what I kind of want to read in the next week, but it could all go up in flames because I have library books and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. So the first book that I picked up on Sunday last week was 7 Lives and One Great Love, Memoirs of a Cat by Lena Devaney. Cat is freaking out over there. So this was translated from the Modern Greek by Konstantin Matsoukas. And, okay, so this is a story, this is a great story about a cat. I mean, the character, the cat, well, you can call him Sweet Zach or Zach. My head was Zach from the very beginning. So he was so cute, like totally what a cat would think and do. And I just loved the cat. Like the cat is the best part of this, why he does things and what he thinks about. Cause he is a stray kitten who chooses his, who he wants to spend his 7th life with. And it was a cute concept of how cats have 7 lives in this. And by the 7th life, they've had all these other lives before where they learned how to be to get what they want, kind of thing. It was so cute. Anyway, that part was cute. And the cat, the way the cat reacted to things that happened that the humans did, totally realistic. Like I could totally see my cats thinking that when I would do something or not want them to do something, then they would, want to do it their way. Oh, it's so funny when the female human closed a door and he strived to gain weight so he could open the door. It was hilarious because he was a kitten and he grew. It was funny. Anyway, so there was so much good about this, and I'm really glad. I mean, I haven't read any books from Modern Greek, I guess, as a translation, so that was pretty cool. But I have to say there are some things, if you are a cat lover, beware. The main humans in this are not people who should own a pet. And I was pissed off, at least at 2 points of what they did. And even near the end, I was not happy with the choices made by the main female. I got really mad, actually. The cat is the main part of this book, and I love it. I just don't, the One Great Love, I don't see that actually was accomplished. But I'm really interested to see if anybody else has read this because I had such issues. And if you are a cat person and if you reacted the way I did to the things that happened that these people did to their cats and the cat before Zach, and then things that happened, it was a love-hate book for me. So it was, you'd put this solidly at a 3 only because there was so much good in it still to keep it to that point that I'm glad I read it, but I just don't know if I'll ever read it again. So I don't know. I'm gonna let a couple of my friends who have cats read it and let them read it so we can rant about it, because I was so mad about that book. So I want to know what you guys think if you've read it. So that was for, I don't remember even the challenges, guys. I did finish for one of the challenges. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. Anyway, so another one was to read a manga, and I reread Red River by Chi Sanaharo. And this is like the first book in like a 28 volume series. And I read this really a long time ago. I read them actually as they were coming out in English translations. So I think this one was translated from the Japanese by Yuko Sawadi. Anyway, so I just enjoyed it. I probably should pick up more, I mean, after now I've read the first one again, because this is really early in the story. It doesn't pick up until a little bit later where it gets fun. But young, I think she's 15, almost 16, or somewhere in that range. She gets dragged into ancient Hittite region of the world, and she's from the future, and she goes to the past, and they wanted, the priestess who dragged her from the future wants to sacrifice her, so her son will be the next leader. And of course it all goes wrong when this girl meets one of the princes, another prince, but one who's first, well, not like the third born or something. So anyway, and he's one of my favorite characters. Anyways, so this was really fun. Anyway, so I want to read that series again. It's just one of those series that I read a long time ago that I want to get back to. Just because I own them all, so I might as well reread them. So then the next book I picked up was Gene Mapper by Taiyo Fuji. And again, I heard about this on Rachel at Kalanadi's channel quite a while ago, and I finally picked up one of his books this last year, and I've been looking forward to reading it. So it's like a near future, like 30 years into the future, where the internet had crashed in 2000, was it 11? No, 7? I think it was like 2007, and then so the computer systems are all different now, and the I don't know, technology changed, and they have more genetic. They had a plague kind of that took out a lot of the like rice and stuff, so they for food, so they came up with a resistant to that disease. I think it was red rust or something. And so this the main character of this how is this, I don't know, it's like Mamoru, and he is like the programmer, or who did a lot of the stuff behind it, and he kind of like did the gene sequencing to make things happen, I guess. So anyway, all I remember is it made them a different color. Anyway, they're pulling us to make a logo like on the field. Anyway, so then something happens, and something sabotaging the product, and of course it's going to be a worldwide issue because it could make food scarce or something. So anyways, this huge, this great adventure. It starts in Japan, and then it goes to Vietnam, and then it goes to Cambodia, and then back to Vietnam. And it was really fun. It was a great ride. Like I really enjoyed, of course, seeing countries I don't read enough about. So that was kind of cool, even though it was kind of futuristic, but it was still, you still got to see stuff that I think that's going on now. So I liked the way this twisted, and I wasn't quite prepared for some things. There was one point, I put one little marker in here, because there is one point where the main character kind of doesn't watch something that he should, like, more carefully, and that really bugged me. There was only that one point where I was like, I don't buy it. Anyway, so, but other than that, I thought the book was really good. It was a quick, it was only like 230 pages. That's a really short sci-fi book, and I really enjoyed it. It was just a fun ride. I did want to get more. I want to get his other book now, because this was fun. I enjoyed this. It was a fun read. So I would totally recommend that if you want to read something short, and you notice it's another Japanese book. Anyway, so those are the things I finished for Translate-a-thon. And then I had 2 on the go. And I knew that, like, these I probably wouldn't finish by today. So I'm figuring I'm going to be finishing them into this week. One of them is The Unwomanly Face of War by Slavanya Ilekovic. And she wrote Chernobyl Prayer, which I really highly recommend for a nonfiction book on the Chernobyl disaster. This is about Russian women in World War II, and it's just breaking my heart. Again, she just, the way these are written oral history wise, where it really is, you just really hear the person who was there talking about their experiences and what they thought even if it's years later, it's still so powerful of how, affected, because again, she did this in the 80s. This book is from like 85, so she researched it before that. So this is like 40 years after World War II, and how these women, now they're into their 50s and 60s, and most of them. And at that time, what they thought and how it had affected them and changed them. And it's just heartbreaking. And I'm really enjoying the style. Again, it's written in the same way that Chernobyl Prayer was. This was her first book, so this is, it shows that she was, that was the style she wanted to go with, and she stuck with it. So I am really into this. I've read, let's see here, I'm at 172 out of 330. So I think I'm just over halfway now. So I hope to get a good chunk of this done today. I never expected to read it this fast, but I was going to read another book in the middle, like with short stories, but I can't stop myself from reading this. So I'm hoping to finish this out in the next day or two, probably Monday or Tuesday, but it's so powerful, and I really am enjoying that one. And then I'm also doing a nonfiction true crime in my car, and that is One of Us, the story of a massacre in Norway and its aftermath, and I still can't say her name. Anyway, but this was translated from the Norwegian. I did forget to say this was translated from Russian by Richard Pavar and Larissa Voloronsky. I guess they're a really famous team of translators. I think I have other stuff from Russian by them. Anyway, so this one's done. I think this is by Susan Death. Hold on. Yes, Sarah Death. Sarah Death is the translator. So, I've been listening to this in my car because I have the audiobook, because I kind of looked at it and I thought I better rather listen to this. And so I read it, I listened to it a little bit last month, and I didn't really, the beginning is really, the very first part is really hard hitting, and then it kind of slows down because it's the whole backstory of the guy who committed this massacre. And but now I'm definitely quite a ways through. I'm about 360 pages in on about 520. So I'm definitely getting through it. Now it's, in the aftermath part where what happens afterwards. And so it was heartbreaking. I was driving in my car to and from my parents' house, and that's when the whole massacre happened. It was so hard. I'm in my car almost crying in the car. It was pretty sad. And that part's always sad when you get to those kind of stories. So that part was really well written, the way I like in true crime or history. So it was done really well. So it's just, this book is a lot longer than I expected or think it should be in some ways, but we'll see how it wraps up. As I said, right now I'm still really enjoying it, as in there's a lot of good information here. It's just, it was a much more political novel than I thought it would be for Norway. It was interesting. So anyway, those are all the things that I read, and then I've been reading for Translate-a-thon. So going into this week, I do kind of want to pick up something today too, instead of those books. And I just learned about this on Thursday, and it was Fruits Basket Another by Tazuki Takaya, I think is how it's said. Anyway, Fruit Baskets is one of my favorite series, pretty much ever, of Japanese manga. And TV, the series is pretty nice too, but it doesn't go far enough. Never did. Anyway, so this one is translated by Athea and Athena Nibley. Anyway, so I just heard that she has a new series, so I think it's like an offshoot. I don't know how it's connected yet because I haven't read it, but I'm so excited to revisit this world because the Soma family is just crazy. Their poor cursed family. Anyway, so I'm not sure how this all connects, but I saw this on somewhere and I just got super excited. Sorry. So I am gonna probably pick that up today because I think the second volume comes out in November, and I haven't pre-ordered it yet because I wanted to see how this goes. So we'll see. If I like it, then yeah, I'll be pre-ordering and getting those as they come out because that is awesome. It's like, again, my favorite manga series, I think. I have a lot of them that are favorites, but I think this is my favorite of all of them, and I have quite a few. I don't collect anymore very much, but I do like to reread the ones that I collected earlier. So anyway, so going into the week, again, I said I'm going to try to finish up One of Us in the car, hopefully this week. I think I still have 6 hours left on that audiobook. The Unwomanly Face of War, I'm hoping to finish in the next couple days. So these books are kind of what I think I'm going to read between now and my vacation, but I have a lot of library books too that I'm going to try probably after I finish Womanly Face of War, and try to decide if I'm going to read any of them or I'm just going to return them all and try to get them at another time. I don't feel like picking up books I have to read on a deadline right now. So I might just turn them all back in, even though some of them I've been waiting for weeks, but I'm not feeling like I don't want to rush everything right now. And right before vacation, I'm trying to wrap up books more too. So that's why I'm not going to show what I have for my library haul. But I'm hoping to finish 1984 by George Orwell. I am only 80 pages from the end. So I want to really pick this up after I finish Unwomanly Face of War so that I can just knock this out. I just want to get this classic done, so I'm done. Anyway, sorry about hitting that. And then my dad keeps asking me about the book I borrowed, or he made me take, which is Call for the Dead by John le Carré. I don't know, it's like Carr? I don't actually know how to say his last name. The E on the, I don't know. Anyway, if you know, let me know. Anyway, so this, I think, is the first George Smiley novel, or I don't know if this is the one with the series. It must be. I don't know. It's again, it's one of his first, if not his first one, it's the first one. And my dad had gotten it. It's this really small, so it's not very long. You know, it's 150 pages. So I'm hoping to knock this out this week just so I can give it back so somebody can stop asking me. I gotta stop taking books from my parents. They make me read them right away. And I'm not good about that. And then two other books that I would like to finish before I go on vacation because they're big and I'm not going to take them with me because I already have plans for, I'll have a TBR up for my vacation reads, just so you know. That'll be next week. But I would like to finish Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. Although I thought this was a standalone and I just heard or saw that there might be a sequel to this, so I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. But I'm still about 45% of the way through this book. I still got quite a ways, but I would really like to finish this because it's been hanging out since, was it early July? I don't know, early July or June, so I need to get back to that one. And of course, Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas is also one I would like to get back to and finish. And I haven't touched it since February. So anyway, that's all the books that I read and in the middle of, and ones I'd like to wrap up and finish before my vacation. So anyway, what are you guys reading? Anything good? Hey, if you have any tips about Boston or Vermont, let me know, and I will talk to you guys later.